All right, we're cutting across to New Zealand, where the police is holding a press conference on the incidents that have taken place earlier today in Christchurch. Let's listen in.
We will do our absolute best, and if things change, we'll update you on that as well. This unprecedented, abhorrent event is, as you have heard the Prime Minister tonight, now classified as a terrorist event. I want to give some more clarity about the number of people who have tragically lost their lives. At the Deans Avenue Mosque, we now know that 41 people have lost their lives. And at the Linwood Mosque, 7 have lost their lives. Of the 40 people who have been treated at Christchurch Hospital, 1 has now passed. So the total number of people who have died in this horrendous event are 49. And our hearts go out to them and all of their family, all of their friends, all of their loved ones. And I want to assure everyone that we will do our best for them. And at the end I will talk about and give you the 0800 number so that people can contact us to get more information about those who have died and some surrounding circumstance. I would like to also add that so far one person, a male in his late 20s, has been charged with murder and should appear in the Christchurch court tomorrow morning. 3 other people were apprehended. We believe one of those persons who was armed and was at the scene may have had nothing to do with this incident. And the 2 other people that have been apprehended, again in possession of firearms in the general environment, we are working through to understand what their involvement is. We have recovered a number of firearms from both of the scenes, Linwood Avenue and Deans Avenue. I would like to assure everyone around New Zealand that every available police and emergency resource with our other government agencies and Defence Force are doing everything they can to keep our communities safe. We have had no other threats since we responded to this incident. We are working with a wide range of community to give support to everyone who needs it. We have staff around the country ensuring that everyone is kept safe, and that includes our armed defenders and special tactics groups right across the country being very vigilant and having a presence around all of our mosques to ensure nothing further occurs. As I said, this is a evolving situation. We will continue to bring you as much information as we possibly can. I will answer your questions in a minute if I can, but before I do, I would like to communicate the 0800 number for people to call for more information, especially around their loved ones. And that number is 0800 115 019. I would also like to commend, and some of you would have seen the brave actions on social media of police staff who responded to this incident. They have gone above and beyond on behalf of their communities to apprehend at least one of these offenders. So I take my hat off to all of my staff. I'm extremely proud of what they've done to date. Thank you.
Why were these people not on a security watch list? Were they completely unknown to police?
So that's a very good question. What I want to tell you right now is that we had no agency had any information about these people. And I can also tell you that I've been in contact with my Australian colleagues. They have no information on them at all either. And they are assisting with our inquiries. But I can also add that part of our investigation will be to look back at every possibility to ensure that we in law enforcement and security didn't miss any opportunities to prevent this horrendous event.
Who carried out the shootings at the Dean's Avenue Mosque? Was it the same person as who carried out the shootings at Linwood?
Look, I would love to go into detail, but a person has been charged. For me to now go into details of who did what would not be proper.
Is the person charged Brenton Tarrant?
Again, I know there is a name within the public domain, but it would be improper for me now to confirm that because a person has been charged.
There was a threat on Facebook, on a Facebook page made towards the Muslim community. Are you aware of that? They said that police had an early warning of this attack.
I'm aware of that suggestion, which we're working through at the moment. When I have absolute clarity about that, I'll be sharing that. So I'm only aware of the suggestion. I'm not aware of it actually existing, but if it did, I'll be sharing that fact.
Are you actively searching for any other suspects at the moment?
We never assume that there aren't other people involved. That's why we've got a immense presence out there across Canterbury and right across New Zealand. But we don't have named or identified people that we're looking for. But it would be wrong to assume that there is no one else.
You're not actively looking for any other shooter at this stage?
At this point, we are not actively looking for any identified persons.
How many days, weeks, months in the planning do you think this attack was?
Look, I couldn't tell you, but I think I don't need to tell you this is a very well-planned event.
Was there explosives on the body of one of the attackers?
So I'm aware of that commentary as well. What I can say is that that person may have suggested that. We have eliminated that as a possibility. There was not. We've also talked about my IED devices on 2 vehicles. I'd like to clarify that and say that there were possibly 2 IDs on 1 vehicle. And we've disabled one, and we're in the process of disabling the other with the assistance of the Defence Force.
With controlled explosions at Britomart in Auckland anything to do with this investigation?
We believe not, but of course there's a real heightened sense out there within the communities. People are being very vigilant, and I congratulate them and encourage that. But we've dealt with 2 bags that were left at Britomart. They've been detonated. We don't believe they were of any threat.
You spoke about increased police presence at other mosques throughout New Zealand. Are you concerned that this event could be coordinated with other potential events? There could be other events coming in New Zealand?
We don't have any information to that extent, but it's always important to take preventative precautions, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Was Christchurch Hospital targeted?
No, I think there was some early reporting of that, but it was confused with the fact that 40 people were taken there very quickly for emergency medical treatment. It was not targeted.
Obviously we're aware mosques closed at the moment. We've heard also synagogues, that there was some advice that synagogues should close. Is that true? You're aware of that?
I'm not aware of that advice, but we're giving everyone advice to be very vigilant and take care of yourselves and report anything that you might find suspicious to us, so that we can respond immediately.
We've also been told that police were aware that maybe there was sort of a suggestion that there could have been an attack planned for St Patrick's Day. Is there...
I don't have any intelligence to that effect.
So you aren't aware to what's happened? You aren't aware of what's happened in Christchurch being linked to anything else in the country at this stage?
I don't have any intelligence to that effect. I'm not ruling anything out. We have our eyes wide open on this. We're being extremely vigilant in terms of any possibilities, and that's what we want to ensure the public that we are right on top of.
How many police are currently in Christchurch?
Well, they have a force of over 1,000. We're sending more. They should be there from Wellington now. Surrounding districts are sending staff. I would imagine that every one of those 1,000 staff wanting to help out on this operation.
The Prime Minister said that the perpetrator held extremist views, and this was published. How was he not, or she, not on the police's radar?
Well, I think what the Prime Minister was referring to was what was published post 1:33 p.m. this afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, that was the New Zealand Police Commissioner Mike Bush updating the media on the incidents that have taken place in Christchurch earlier today. Let me just take you through what all he has apprised the media of. 41 people died at one mosque, while 9 were killed at another, or rather 7 were killed at another, and 1 person died at hospital, taking the total toll from these attacks on the mosques to 49 people. 1 person is in custody. This is a male in his late 20s. He's been charged with murder. He's expected to be taken to court tomorrow morning. There are 3 other people who have been apprehended, but Mike Bush, the police chief there, saying that one of them may have nothing to do with the incident at all. All 3 were armed. They're trying to determine whether those arms were just for personal safety or had anything to do with the terror attacks on those 2 mosques. The police have also recovered a number of firearms from the vehicle of one of those who's been charged. This is an evolving situation, as Mike Bush pointed out. However, he has also pointed out that no agency in New Zealand had any information about any of these people. He has also said that neither in Australia were there any sort of inclinations or about any of these people, and the investigation in New Zealand will also focus on seeing if any of the information might have been missed by law enforcement agencies.